Und damit heiße ich euch wieder einmal herzlich willkommen zurück. Ja, meine lieben Freunde, was soll ich da sagen? Letzte Runde, wir konnten Entscheidungen treffen. Wir waren der Rote. Wir konnten Millie angreifen. Glaube ich. Oder irgendwas mit ihr machen. Haben uns aber dafür entschieden, aus dem Fenster zu gehen. Holz.
It's holding the window up.
Kann ich das nehmen?
I'll take it with me. With some proper crafting, it can be used to access things out of my reach.
Ah, außerhalb der Reichweite. Ich verstehe. Denn wir haben ja noch den Schlüssel im Büro. Und zwar... Zupf.
Do what with it?
Jetzt erzähl doch nicht.
This won't work. It usually takes 2 or more of these. I can't use that. This won't work. It usually takes 2 or more of these. Do what with it? Are you even...
Ich versuche gerade irgendwas rauszukriegen, was man damit machen kann.
Are you even trying? Come on. Do what with it? I don't think so. Do what with... Come on.
Wie komme ich da oben ran?
There's a small key up there. It looks lonely.
I guess you could say.
Ach so.
It's just hanging around.
Das ist so doof. Mal mit ihm
We
schnell.
should really go to Paper City. Where did you say the entrance was?
Wir müssen jetzt den Eingang zu Paper City finden. Vielleicht ist das hier mit dem Schnürsenkel? Hier hinter?
That's just...
It's just weird.
Come on.
Ja, hätte doch sein können. Was da los ist. Ah, warte.
Do what with it?
Jetzt erzähl doch nicht.
Do what with it? A door that leads to the attic. No. There's some chain thingies inside.
Mit dem Nagel aufknacken?
That actually worked? You just unlocked something with an old rusty nail? How convenient is that? That's just lazy writing.
Don't be such a negative Nancy, Snoop. Of course it worked. My genius knows no bounds.
So, jetzt nehme ich mir den Haken, weil da ist so ein, ja, also da ist ein Haken
I
an
got
dem
the hook
Haken.
thingy. I bet this will be super useful, like really soon.
Ja, wird es. Und zwar kleben
This
wir...
won't work. It usually takes
Jetzt
2 or
erzähl-
more of these.
Du mich auch.
This won't hold on its own.
Und
There.
jetzt wird das
Now I can
zusammengeklebt.
have higher aspirations.
So. Und jetzt kriegen wir die Luke auf. Und hüpf. Ja, natürlich. Wir zeigen einfach da drauf. Oh, und weiter geht's.
Millie, Rust, and the mugshots all escaped through the east tunnel. It's closed off now. We've heard from several sources now that the police commissioner had ordered a lockdown. I was starting to wonder, was it to keep everyone at bay till they catch the person responsible? Or was it to maybe keep someone out? It's too big of a coincidence that all of this started to happen at the same time I left the city, and now I find myself unable to return. I've come across the Mugshot brothers, but as expected, they were uncooperative. Wise guys. Reasoning with them is a fruitless effort. However, the little information I got from them could be useful later. They seem nervous. I mean, more than usual. We found some clues around the house that could help us find Flint, but so far, everything is leading nowhere. I've examined the evidence myself, but can't connect the dots yet. It seems appropriate that the last case in my career would be like this. Everyone knows the story. The detective only has a couple of days till retirement, but then the lady in distress shows up and begs him to help her out. He decides, against all reason, to do this one last thing. But the case proves to be his hardest yet. Somewhere down the line, the detective gets shot. Fade to black. We had a run-in with the main suspect, the man in the red hood. He gave Millie quite a scare. Who knows what would have happened if we had gotten there just a little late. It was getting more obvious now. He's the one responsible for Flint's disappearance. We had to table all of our options, and we decided to go back to Paper City. I have an informant there that could know some things, and that's our best bet at the moment. Red, it seems, wants to get to Amber, so I figured I'd draw him out. Best place to do that is the city. I need to level the field, coordinate with the police, and to set a trap. After we get him cornered, I'll make him talk, and we'll find out what happened to Flint. Let's just hope it's not too late.
Ich lasse das gerade mal auf mich wirken. Dieser Hund links. Der ist ja geil. Also, das hier sind jetzt, ja, also hier ist gesperrt. Es ist so geil. Na komm.
Poor thing, I bet he feels so alone up here. Good evening, officer.
Oh my god, Miss Ashworth, is that really you? I must say, I've only seen you in the papers, but you look even better in person.
Stop, you're going to make me blush. Oops, too late. No, but seriously, officer.
Burke, Miss Ashworth, but you can call me Brian.
Okay, Brian, we need to enter the city. You see, we're working on this case and we need to find a friend of ours. He might know some things.
I'm terribly sorry, Miss Ashworth. I'm afraid no one is allowed to enter the city at this point. Not even a beloved and well-known celebrity such as yourself. I'm so sorry.
Well...
So sorry.
That's okay.
So sorry.
Aren't you a bit young to be a policeman?
Police officer, actually. I'm fresh out of the academy, but I'm planning to make detective in a couple of years.
Well, that's ambitious.
Is that a fake mustache?
No.
It is! It just fell on the floor.
Well, this is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Everyone at the station has a mustache these days, and I just can't seem to grow one myself. My fiancé even makes fun of me sometimes.
Well, I think you look just dashing without a mustache. It makes you look younger.
Well, thank you kindly, miss.
That's a tough deal, kid. You'll have a hard time becoming a detective if you don't have a mustache.
But you don't have one, Mr. Bear.
I'm a private snoop, Jimmy. I don't need to fit in. I walk my beat alone.
Oh my god!
You haven't seen Flint Ashworth by any chance?
Miss Ashworth's brother?
That's right. Have you seen him?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bear. I'm confused.
That's understandable, son. You're a Paper City police officer. Never mind that now. Stevie, do you know anything about the Red Man?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bear. I really can't discuss such matters. I will tell you one thing, though. The word on the street is that the suspect, codename...
What kind of questions?
Oh,
What's so interesting about Amber, anyways?
Hey!
Don't worry, Miss Ashworth. You're the most interesting person I know. If I was a crazy lunatic with an agenda, I'd stalk you too.
Aw, that's so cute. Thank you, Brian.
Oh no, now I'm blushing.
I just have to interrupt,
yeah.
whatever this is. Jerry, what kind of information is Red after?
It's Brian, sir, and I'm afraid I don't really know much about the subject. Only what I hear from the fellow police officers here and there. Besides, I'm not in a position...
To discuss such matters, yeah, I know. Can't you make an exception to let us pass? Just this once.
Mr. Bear, as much as I admire both you and Miss Amber, seriously, I'm a huge fan, but orders are still orders. Things are getting really bad down in the city. If anything were to happen to Miss Amber, I could never forgive myself.
Dave, who ordered this lockdown?
The state officials. Mayor Mills himself signed the decree. I'm afraid without the mayor's signature, no one is allowed to enter or leave the city at the moment. And it's Brian, sir.
And how come the city is on lockdown anyways?
I'm afraid I'm not in a position to discuss such matters, Mr. Bear. Terribly sorry.
So, what is it we need to do in order to enter the city?
Well, I suppose you would have to get clearance, signed by Mayor Mills himself.
And he'll just sign this clearance, no questions asked.
Normally, no. I don't think so. But since you're in the company of the beautiful and talented Miss Amber, I'm sure the mayor will make an exception.
Wahrscheinlich ist der
I'll have
Bürgermeister
to
in
get
der
the mayor
Stadt.
on the phone to sort this thing out.
You think he'll let us enter the city?
I really don't know, but that drunk owes me a couple of favors. It's time to call him up on it. To the Batcave.
Ich würde mir da oben noch alles angucken.
Mayor's office.
Hello there, doll. This is Teddy Bear. You may know me from such cases as saving the mayor's ass
Bear.
on several occasions. I've also set you up with a buddy of mine that one time.
Of course, Mr. Bear, I know who you are. Are you looking to speak with the mayor, Mr. Bear? Because I'm afraid he's not in at the moment. Can I take a message?
No, I have to talk to the mayor personally. It's important. When will the mayor be back?
The mayor should be in first thing in the morning, Mr. Bear.
Okay, never mind. Thanks anyway, doll. He's not in, and we don't have time to sit around and wait till he sobers up. We'll have to find another way.
Hey, what if we made the clearance ourselves?
That's falsifying government papers, doll. I like it. There should be some stationery around here. Give me a minute. Have a drink while you wait.
A drink of what? Make-believe water?
Never mind. Here it is.
Zack, fertig, natürlich.
There. Now we just need something to use as a stamp. And we need to falsify the signature. You're an artist of sorts. You can do this, right?
Not really. I could probably make a stamp out of something, but I can't falsify the signature.
Fine. I'll get those two goons to do it.
The mugshots? You think they'll help you?
Don't worry. My right knuckle can be very persuasive.
Also müssen wir jetzt einen Stempel basteln. Jetzt habe ich aber gerade gar keine Idee, wie man das machen kann. Haben wir noch irgendwo was liegen? Also wir müssen auf jeden Fall in Flints Raum. Muss ich da jetzt jedes Mal da hinten durchlatschen?
Wait,
Ich immer durch das Büro. Jetzt überlege ich gerade, wo ich irgendwas herkriegen kann. Um einen Stempel zu basteln.
Any leads on the missing kid yet?
That's classified. You two remembered something.
Nothing useful, probably. I faintly, and after a while, the waiters would just chuck him out the back into a dumpster. Any lead?
That's classified.
Nothing useful, I remember my first job. I got a job helping out at the local library after school. I was never much of a bookworm, but I would just sit there among the books and smell the air, see? That old book smell still lingers to this day. I would sit there on a banister way past the end of my shift, admiring all the people there, the scholars, the academics. I guess they were a reminder of all the things I could be someday, see? Then they had to lock up and the janitors would come and just toss me out back into a dumpster.
Ist schon wieder rausgeklickt. Entschuldigt. Ja, Sie haben Post. Danke. Gesehen, wie der Hausmeister... Also der einzige Mülleimer, den ich jetzt so wüsste, wäre der hier. Ziemlich eine Haarbürste.
going through trash is not on my to-do.
Nein.
You mean?
Yep, that's the idea.
Etwas überfragt gerade. Jetzt gehen wir einfach noch mal ganz kurz dahin. Vielleicht lag noch etwas auf dem Schreibtisch von dem Jungen. Das geht leider nicht schneller. Augenblick. Oh, schon wieder rausgeklickt. So. Geht das?
I'll take this key with me, just in case. It's always good to have keys around.
Und wo gehört der zu? Bürotischschlüssel.
I don't think so.
Ja, ist ja klar. Macht ja auch nicht so viel Sinn.
This chair is so comfortable, but we don't have time to sit around. Well, Ted will probably need to at some point. He's getting old.
Huh? Ah, I wasn't listening. You just ramble on and on sometimes.
You didn't hear me 'cause you're old. I've always loved it. Looks familiar in a way. I feel like I've...
Yeah?
Ich guck gerade mal, ob hier irgendwas Geheimnisvolles dran ist. Bücher.
A book titled Indoctrination of Roman Dutch Law in the Courts of South Africa. Well, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Nicht so. Bücher. Buch.
A book titled Objection, Your Honor. The most commonly used phrases in TV courtroom dramas. I'll allow it. A book titled Copyright Infringement Law. Such nonsense, made-up words.
Sehr geil. Ja, sowas, das ist auch Blödsinn. Urheberrechtsverletzung, das kennen wir nicht. Aber Schreibtisch. Ich bin etwas irritiert. Aber hier kann man zumindest nichts damit machen. Obwohl es ja naheliegend wäre. Eine Origami-Kiste.
I have no clue. A wild guess. It's a single copper dime with a printing error. Unique. Extremely rare. Not as valuable as one might think.
Jetzt sind wir hier wieder so ein bisschen...
It's got drawer, but I'm not going to. Lowlifes. I guess they are so used to police interrogations.
Das kennen wir auch schon. Nochmal.
Any leads on the missing kid yet?
That's classified. You too remembered something.
Nothing useful, probably. I remember having a crush on Beverly Christie in high school. I would follow her home from school every day. Then she saw me one day and called the cops. Now I'm a registered stalker, amongst other things.
Super. Sehr hilfreich.
Any leads on the...
That's class.
Nothing useful. I faintly remember my old man. He was sitting on a bar stool just drinking away. And after a while, the waiters would just chuck him out the back into a dumpster.
I don't like pillows. I'm far too rugged for such comfort. Empty sheet. Will they ever become?
Ah, vielleicht muss ich denen das Ding geben. So.
I need your help, lowlifes.
Aha.
I've got this fake clearance to enter the city, and I need you to falsify the mayor's signature.
And what makes you think we're the right guys for this? Do we look like counterfeiters to you?
Ja, tut ihr, ja.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do this. But again, what's in it for us?
You better do it if you ever want to play the clarinet again.
What does that even mean?
What do you think? It means I'm going to confiscate your clarinet.
Oh no, not the clarinet, Jimmy.
Would you do it for Amber?
I would do it for Miss, but something tells me you're just dropping names to get us to agree.
She's with me, and she needs your help.
Oh yeah? She sure lost a lot of weight, or you finally lost your mind, 'cause I can't see you.
She's in the other room. She couldn't squeeze through.
I'll cut you a deal, Snoop. You bring me proof that little Miss is with you, and I'll falsify this report card of yours.
You mean the clearance?
What? Yeah, the clearance.
I'll be back.
Sure thing, Arnold.
You got it?
No, they don't have anything to write with. You have your pencils with you?
Here you go, but be sure to get them back.
I'll be right back.
Na, hier bei den
There,
Fälscher.
does this qualify as proof to you? Now, show some integrity for once in your life and do this thing.
Whoa there! Are these the creator's tools? Where did a Snoop like you get these?
I made them myself. It's amazing what you can do with some trees, a wood saw, and a little time.
Seems like a good trade for you. You were a terrible PI. Better change careers while you're still somewhat sober.
Amber gave them to me, obviously. They have her initials and everything.
All right there, Snoop. Don't get all riled up. Show me that land deal you want falsified.
You mean the clearance?
What? Yeah, sure, the
Ja,
clearance.
natürlich.
There. Now, if you don't mind, me and John have some business to attend to. So, how about you hit the old dusty trail?
So. Jetzt haben wir schon mal die Unterschrift. Jetzt brauchen wir noch den Stempel.
There, all sorted out.
You didn't hurt them, did you?
I sure did. Lowlifes like that only understand one kind of language.
Oh no, Ted. Why are you always so mean to them?
What? No, it's expected with those two. Never mind that now. I got it sorted. Let's head back to that cop boyfriend of yours.
Ach, ich dachte, wir müssen da noch einen Stempel drauf machen.
I can't use that.
Aber wir können das ja mal probieren. Auf zum Westflur und dann ab nach oben. Kann man auch nicht abkürzen. Muss man warten, bis sie rübergegangen ist. Hallo, Mr. Polizist. Ich habe ein Dokument für Sie.
Are you even trying?
Was?
I don't think so.
Aber...
I don't think. It's locked.
Aha. Türschlüssel.
Hey, the key fits. Let's see what we have in here. Vial of ink. It's a vial of ink. Boy, this desk must be really old. Who uses ink anymore? I'll
Ich
take
hoffe,
the
ja,
ink
wir.
with me. If we wake up in 1789 tomorrow, I'll be all set. The convertible of desks. It's a candle, forgotten here, until the lights go out. Then it's like, oh, where are those candles we keep in the house? I'll take it with me, just in case. Maybe I'll need to read in the dark at some point or something. It acts as the last line of defense between the housemates and the harsh environment outside.
Alles klar.
It's filled with towels, I think, or sheets or something.
Was
It's
man so auf
filled
dem
with the
Dachboden
kind of
hat.
stuff no one ever uses, but is too important for some reason to be thrown away.
Ja, das brauchen wir in 16 Jahren noch.
Are you
mal. Wir müssen es
hungry,
wegschmeißen.
horsey? Ted, do we have a wooden carrot for him?
Ernsthaft? No.
Just some random attic stuff. There we have an old bean can. Is it empty? Full? Who knows? The mystery is part of the fun. Then there's some bag of something. Flour, maybe? A bunch of boxes filled with ugly clothes?
So, wir haben Tinte. Vielleicht mit einem Stück Seife oder so?
I'm not going through trash. It's just my work ethic. It's a trash can. Surprisingly, it's full of trash. Nah, I'm pretty as it is. Lots of creams and powders, also hair intended to make you look presentable when applying for a low-income 9-to-5 position to grind away the days. I don't really know what all that means. I picked it up in a movie once.
Etwas verwirrt gerade.
It's full of
Pillen, Creme, Handtücher.
Come on.
Ja, ich weiß. Auf dich zu beklagen, wir schaffen das schon. Buntstifte, Adresse, Buch, Radio. Gar nicht so einfach, meine lieben Freunde. Gar nicht so einfach. Wir schauen einfach mal. Vielleicht schaffen wir es in der nächsten Folge. Macht es erstmal gut. Bis dahin. Euer Midnight. Ciao.